And refresh the channel so that I can get the link. Gonna get the link. I have really not changed this episode title. So I'm gonna get the link. I have really not changed this episode title. So I'm gonna get the link. Let's change that title. We'll go with new setup. I have really not changed this episode title. Let's gonna get the link. Alright, gonna let the fine people know that the stream has started. With new setup. You all really had a lovely weekend. Episode title. I spent a lot of my weekend not having to do things that I didn't want to do, so that's good. Find people know I can hang out with friends who I hadn't painted with in a while. Really had a lovely weekend, which was I spent a lot of my weekend not having to do things. It's really nice that I didn't want to do, so that's good. Find people know I can hang out with friends who I hadn't painted with in a while. Really had a lovely weekend, which was I spent a lot of my weekend not having to do things. It's really nice that I didn't want to do. Oh, there's an echo. Find people know. Oh no, I had to open up the page to get the link. Chris, is this better? That probably solved the echoing problem. I had the page, like the YouTube page up, cause I had to get the link to share with the fine people in the brand new Discord server that we have. What? I'm gonna paste a link for the Discord server in the chat, so that anybody new can join us there. It was like a choir of fivers. That's like the opposite of a choir of angels, surely. But we're in this new setup. It's just my kitchen table. It's nothing fancy. If you can hear that horrible scratching in the background, that is Hector, who is inside the laundry cabinet trying to shred the back of the laundry cabinet. He knows his way out. The door is wide open. I don't know why he's doing that. But you know what? Hector is having himself a little bit of fun. Let me see if I can stop him from doing that. Oh no more? Now that I looked like I was getting up, you don't want to do it anymore? Okay. Yeah, the lighting is way better in here. I was painting in here the other day, just because I was like, the lighting looks like it would be better in here. So I decided to try it out. And, turns out I was right. So we might be doing some painting streams. I could see about moving my desk in here. Now, the kitchen table happens to be like right under the main light fixture in the kitchen, which is probably why the lighting looks so good. And I wouldn't want to just have a desk in the center of my kitchen. I think that would be kind of weird, so maybe I'll just do some streams in here while I work on funding a better lighting situation for my regular hobby desk, or I can rearrange some furniture. We'll see. I like having my painting desk in the main room though, so I think I'll just get some good lamps. But for now, this is kind of nice. I can see the detail more easily. Hopefully the camera quality is about the same, and aside from that echoing at the beginning, which I apologize for, the sound quality is about the same. And maybe it's better. Maybe this setup will let you guys see more of what I'm doing. But didn't have any fancy plans of what to paint tonight, so I figured I would just keep going on these orcs, getting more of them finished. Yeah. I have the orange detailing to finish up putting on these guys and a couple other colors to throw on their shields. Then we can get a wash on them. And after that wash, there will only be a couple little things to kind of finish up, which is great because, frankly, I painted something for an upcoming video the other day. And I was like, wow, as nice of a quality as like Games Workshop models are, it is nice on occasion to paint something from a different company that has nothing to do with the Warhammer IP. Sometimes that's a nice bit of a break. Hi, Devin. Thank you for joining us. The D&D game went great. It was very much just kind of like a session 0, so I got to meet other people's characters, and I had a chance to show off some of Amaretto's personality. Basically, one of the characters in our group is like a grumpy human with a big axe, and he just wants to drink all the time. That's pretty much his personality. So our group kind of split off to prepare for this mission to go find some wolves that had been eating children or something like that. And before going, that character wanted to go to the bar, and Amaretto's always down for a drink, so they went too. And it was fun to just have this like kind of gruff human slamming his axe down into the bar, contrasted by this absolutely terrifying looking tiefling who is just a bit more polite and delicate and charming. Not charming like flirting with people, but just sitting down and crossing his legs and then asking for not necessarily any kind of alcohol specifically, but just whatever comes in the fanciest glass. So having that contrast was nice, and Amaretto was like to the other party member, you could just be polite instead of slamming things around all the time. And then one of the other players was like, yes, I want to see this. I want the tension. So it was fun. I think it's going to be a fun campaign, and I'm really looking forward to going through the rest of it. I can't wait. I think our next session is going to be on this Saturday. So looking forward to it. Making sure that I don't accidentally make other plans this Saturday. I've checked my calendar like 8 times. Just to make sure I don't accidentally schedule something else. So, yeah. But it should be good, and I feel comfortable with the other players. They seem like good folks, so yeah. The human sounds more terrifying. Yeah. I didn't get quite like the best read on all of the other characters, just because we only had about 2 hours to do our session 0, so there's definitely some like cool characters in there. We have like a tiefling who has some kind of deal with her ex-girlfriend that we didn't get fully into. Hector likes to think he has a character in this campaign, but he does not. And there is a half-elf named Pox, who I don't know what his deal is yet, but he took one look at Amaretto and his long, like, clawed hands and said they would be great for either surgery or evisceration. So that's, a whole mood. You once DM'd an entire one-shot in 2 hours. That's pretty impressive. This setup also has to come with, unfortunately, a spray bottle for the kitties because they are not supposed to go onto the kitchen table. And I'm trying to teach them that. And Lobster gets it because he doesn't like being sprayed with a spray bottle. Hector just kind of freezes and looks around like he's trying to figure out where the water is coming from. And I'm not sure his little dummy brain understands what's going on. But we're trying. We're trying. Your dog had a character in your Lone Wolf game. It was Bacchus the Warhound. He ended up sitting in taverns and inns while we were off on adventures and got super chonk. That's fantastic. I've been watching on recommendations Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And Hector seems to be interested in General Grievous. He sort of perks up whenever he's on TV and seems a bit interested. So I think Hector might be a separatist. Lobster does not seem to care for Star Wars at all, but he's not really a TV watcher. Is it weird that I think my cat might have a favorite Star Wars character? No, I'm gonna say that's normal. It's not normal, but I'm gonna choose to not believe that that's weird. The L in Lobster is for learn? Yeah, see, Lobster knows what he's not supposed to do. And he's learned a new trick where he can open the door to the closet today. I watched him hook his little paw under there and pull it open. It's only a matter of time before this cat learns how to get up to other kinds of mischief. Hector, though, Hector's a sweet little dumb baby. You are a sweet little dumb baby. Don't scratch the back of my chair. Yeah, I told you not to do it. Don't talk back to me. So many beeps. Little beeps. Do you want to tell the people about General Grievous? Is he your favorite? He is. You like the Sith? You like them better than the Jedis? You know they're the bad guys, right? You say more lightsabers, more problems? The General totally has pets. Every cat owner? Yes. Every cat owner? Also, yes. He is a sass cat. That is true. But you know, living alone, it's nice to have someone to talk to, even if he only talks in beeps. I'll take it. I'll take it. This color Troll Slayer Orange does not have great coverage, and I slightly regret choosing it for the detail colors on these guys, but it's okay. I did some of the other ones in green, but I want like a bit of variety in the string colors because apparently that's important to me today, so that's what we're getting. For anyone wondering, yes, my water cup is still just a cut off half of a water bottle. It works, it ain't broke, no reason to fix it. The General has more hand to pet with. That's true. That is very true. You'll have to excuse me for a moment. I am now realizing I did not put the rest of the frozen pizza that I made for dinner in the fridge, and Lobster is trying to steal it. No, no, baby. Garlic is so bad for kitties. You know you can't have that. There's all kinds of bad stuff in there that would hurt your little tummy. All right, pizza's in the fridge. We should be good now. I have to spend all $12 on all my water cups straight from G-Dubs. Yeah, because clearly their water carrying vessel is in some way superior. That's definitely what it is. Alright, that's all settled. Lobster is, you know, disappointed that he didn't get any pizza, but that's not too new for him. Use a peanut butter tub for water? Yeah, I mean, pretty much anything will work as long as it is vessel and hold water. Have to get creative so cats don't drink paint water? Yeah. These guys will try and drink paint water, but hopefully, I mean, their, like, cat food setup is right behind me, so if they want water, like, it's right there. They have no reason to want to be in the stuff that I have, so... I mean, they will, just because they're cats and they're mischievous and they like to be doing whatever I'm doing. But I'm well armed with spray bottle if anything gets out of hand, so hopefully we'll be fine. It is so much easier to see what I'm painting with this lighting. I didn't realize how bad it was out there before, but I should have been switched in here a long time ago. I think jars work good for paint water. I have like a lot of really cute mugs and stuff that I always tell myself I want to use so that I have like something cute on the table. But no, I just want to use them to drink out of. I don't think I could ever use a Moomin cup for a water cup. I'd just be like, this is so cute and deserves to be drunk out of and appreciated. I can't use my good cups for paint water. Anything that a cat can't fit their face into is probably going to be a good water jar, so I'd say that's a smart tactic right there. I also played Borderlands for the first time this weekend. I have a friend who's really into Borderlands, and I was like, I don't think I can play that because I'm pretty sure all the graphics are going to give me a headache. But there was a free trial for, like, the DLC for the new one that's coming out or something. And they were like, just try it and see if you can, like, mess with the settings so that it won't be as bad for you. And they have some, like, brightness and color blindness settings that you can adjust. I'm not colorblind, but sometimes muting the color palette in some way will help me be able to play video games a little bit longer. And it worked. it worked out, so I could start playing that. I've put two or 3 hours, no more than that, I imagine, into the first Borderlands. And I'm having fun. It's taking me back to when I was younger and got along with my sister. We would sometimes play Halo, and we would sometimes play a game called Rage. And it's taking me back to playing those after school. Something I didn't quite realize that I had missed until I started doing it again, and I was like, oh man, I don't own Rage, and I'm pretty sure it's only for Xbox or something like that, but there's something about being in a post-apocalyptic setting that just took me right back to that, and I was like, all this game's really missing is those wing sticks to throw at people. And then I'd be right back in it. You spent your whole day sorting portfolios and bidding on eBay and looking at fashion stuff for uni, so your brain is running on fumes? Okay, first of all, if you're calling it uni, like, I can't imagine that your time zone is the same as mine, because all of my European friends tend to call it uni instead of, like, college or something. So, you must be tired and it must be late. Second of all, you never have to apologize for spelling on this channel because I can hardly spell. And thirdly, fashion seems like a really cool topic to be researching. I hope that is going well for you. Today I was told by another friend that my collection of hats that I wear are either hats that old men would wear or hats that toddlers would wear in terms of color palette and style. Not offended, just like, wow, that is two ends of a spectrum I didn't even realize that I was on. Hector apparently did realize I was on that spectrum. Yeah, I know that uni and college are like the same thing. I've just noticed that my European friends tend to call it uni, and my American ones, we all just call it college, so I don't know if that's actually a thing, or if I'm just reading too much into something. That's what we call vintage, exactly. Exactly. Some strong talk coming from this person, too, because at one point I was like, just put on a sweater, and he was like, yeah, like I just own a sweater. I'm like, who the fuck doesn't just own a single sweater? This man doesn't own a sweater. Everybody should have one sweater at least. Unless you live in like a desert climate where it's not, you know, you're actually never gonna need a sweater. But even deserts are supposedly get cold at night. Hey, Goober. How's it going? Having a nice Sunday? I like that I get to ask people if they're having a nice Sunday because it can either be the day of the week or the ice cream. Both, frankly, are valid. What you think of the new setup, Goober? The lighting's a lot better, huh? Can actually see what I'm painting on this orc today. This is the drummer boy that I tried so hard to assemble correctly and then gave up on because I put the wrong torso on his body or something like that. I don't remember. I didn't share that stream publicly. Which is, you know, I actually have models that I want to assemble tonight, and I'm just like, no, shouldn't, can't do that, not here, not in front of people. I can't invite that chaos onto the stream, you know? They'll get assembled some other day. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. fine. I promise, heck. I'll assemble them a different day. It'll be okay. You're not supposed to be on the table. You're going to have to get off the table, Hector. We've talked about this. You were there, it wasn't that bad. It felt bad to me. It felt like I was just some kind of wild thing smashing plastic and glue together. Not my best stream, for sure. I did not grab the color that I should have for that stick. Okay, you know what? He painted this stick orange because it's special. Yep, that's what happened. It's a special drumstick, and he can paint it if he wants to. I think that's allowable. It's my army, I get to choose. Shh, don't tell anyone. This was intentional. I had planned this from the start. I was always going to paint this orange. If you hear all those, like, sounds like someone's just tapping a spoon on a plate, that is in fact Lobster licking out the very last crumbs of food from his bowl in the hopes that I will somehow forget that I have fed him his meals today and give him more food. It's a tactic he has tried many times before, that he is likely to try many times again. It's yet to work for him. But he's an intrepid thing who does not give up easily. Quite sure that's what we all do when it comes to assembling. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because some days, when people tell me that assembly is a part of the hobby that they enjoy, I'm like, I don't understand you. I don't think we're doing the same hobby. Like, sorry, but can't relate. I'm just gonna check and see if I actually got all the stitches on these models, because I guarantee 100% that I didn't. You can already see ones that I missed on this guy, which I'm already just hitting better because of the lighting. If you're like, dang, why are some people so much better at painting than me? Consider doing what I did and just getting some better lighting, because it's a game changer for me tonight. Amazingly, when you can actually see what you're trying to paint, it's a lot easier to paint. Lobster is looking for substance. You find kit bashing fun. Yeah, I could see how that could be fun. On the ongoing saga of I want to buy Tau but don't need Tau, I have found someone on Facebook who is selling some used Tau. And I'm inquiring about prices for, again, the Tau that I am not going to buy and do not need. We are one step closer to Tau. I think it might happen. And I think some of my friends are justified in judging me and being like, why do you own Tau now? And I will say to them, Tau now, brown cow. Or something to that effect, which will just make them laugh and then not question my purchase of more models. For the greater good. Yes, exactly. I've been re-listening to some lore videos about Tau. I have, been enjoying that. I guess there's eventually something coming out on Warhammer Plus that, is about Tau, maybe? I think that the Exodite series is gonna be about Tau. Now, I'll be honest with you. My plans for Warhammer Plus are as follows. Wait, until they have a proper year's worth of content on there, and then I will get a 7-day free trial, watch everything that I might have wanted for that year, and then cancel the subscription. I will get all of the content. I will wait until all of it is out, because I honestly don't think anyone's going to be posting any Warhammer Plus spoilers soon. And then I think within 3 years, when they realize that it's not that profitable, they're likely going to cancel Warhammer Plus as a subscription service and just put everything up for free anyway. That's my theory. I don't know if that'll be proven, but it's a theory. Am I going to get the Combat Patrol? No, I don't think so, because I am waiting to see what this guy on eBay is selling. He's sent me some photos. I kind of just took your recommendations, you as in the general you of the chat from the other day, of what kind of stuff to look for. So I'm looking at a Pathfinder set. I think they're Pathfinders. There's a commander guy in a big suit. There's some stealth suits. And he has little drones with like some Gatling guns on there that just look cool. I don't know if that's like the actual model or just something he built. But they look pretty fun, so I might pick those up. It all depends on his prices though, because if they're, you know, too high or too close to like what it would actually cost for me to just buy new ones, then we'll see. But dear guy on Facebook, please sell me your Tau for relatively cheap. I would love to paint them. They would be happy here. If it's a deal, I'll do it, but if it's not, then I won't, you know? You almost got a load of battlesuit, but got screwed on the last second. You have 7 armies and 40 alone in various states. I still, I don't know, I have a lot of, like, secondhand embarrassment about everything all the time. And even though Warhammer is something that makes me very happy, and in general, people don't judge me for it because they all have their own kind of, like, niche hobbies that they would spend ludicrous amounts of money on if they could, or do if they have, like, free money. I have to reconcile that within myself that, like, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of reasons to buy these models, and I tend to paint the models that I do buy. So, you know, but it's a little bit of that. We're working on it. Haggling time? He hasn't given me his actual prices yet. He has, like, a shit ton of stuff that he's selling. And, like, I asked him about his Tau, but I'm sure he's fielding a lot of questions from other people, and I wanted to see decent photos, so I'm waiting to see what he kind of prices them at, and then we'll go from there. He also has, like, some carrying cases and foam, which I just want because I'd really like to upgrade from transporting my guys in cardboard boxes. I'm gonna be a little bit self-conscious about that at a tournament if I show up and I'm like, yep, this is my army in their little cardboard box, so upgrading that, and then obviously covering it in stickers so that it looks like mine is, something I want to do. But, you know, there's not a lot of paychecks between now and the tournament that I'm going to, so it may very well still be the cardboard box. We have to wait and see. You'd think with how much love and time I put into painting these guys that I would be like, absolutely, I have nice transport and a safe way to get them from point A to point B. But nope, they all get thrown into a cardboard box. And that's how they go to their games. Yeah. Reality's a killer. Go with magnets take so much time. They take so much time. I need to paint the blade of that knife. I'm gonna do it before I forget. I've known I had to paint the blade of that knife for so long. Paint palette is, it's getting a bit crusty here. Let's see if we can pull up some of this paint. Got my little tool. I thought this would happen. You have about 3 armies in 40k, all secondhand. They're Tau, Space Sharks, a mix of Stormcast turned Samurai. Ooh. Chaos Marines, and a bunch of Demon Proxies, trying to give them a yokai theme. That's really cool. One of the guys from my Escalation League has the best idea for a Gargant army. Literally the only reason I would ever even consider Gargants. He wants to make them into giant, like, Onis. And give them kind of like samurai type armor. I don't think he's gonna do it because he keeps saying that he's not confident in his sculpting ability to be able to pull it off. But I really want him to because I think it would be cool. You're not seeing what I'm doing, but I'm just here cleaning circles out of this palette. Everybody's like, yeah, prime over it or do something. Nope, just wait for your paint to dry into this ugly, caked mess and then pry it up. That's what I say. Because paint is plastic to some degree, I think, so you can get it up out of there. It's not a beautiful process, but it works. There you go. Sometimes, yeah, it'll peel off in one nice, big, satisfying circle. Last couple times. Oh, wait. Oh, you typed so many things. That's terrible advice. I went with magnets instead of brought myself to finish. It takes forever and you can't be asked. Yeah, that's fair. There's a lot of stuff in this hobby I can't be bothered to do. Like clean mold lines. Who has the time, honestly? Who has the time? Not I, sir. Not I. A couple times you transported like 2004 armies in a big scrapbook case. It worked. A couple things busted. It gave me an excuse to pin them and make them stronger than ever. Yeah, that's a good reason. And also a reminder that I should bring glue with me to the tournament in case of model emergencies. Good call. Your Demon Prince is an Oni, and you have 2 Corn Boys who are Onis as well. Devin, if you're not already with us on the Discord, and I'm going to paste the link in the chat, please join. I want to see your Onis. I think they would be really cool. There's a whole hobby channel that you can post them in so the rest of us can see them. That sounds like such a cool concept, and I want to see it with my eyes. I could show it here now. I have a way to bring that up on screen, so we could all take a look sometime if you want. But yeah, I made this Discord so that when people tell me about cool shit in the chat on these streams, I can see it. There you go. That's how you clean a palette. It takes, like, you know, it takes a little bit of time, but it's nice, it's clean. I mean, it's as clean as it's gonna get for me anyway. You have to throw away all the, like, dried up stuff, but that's fine. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later. Wish I had been in this better lighting the whole time. I see so many spots on these boys that I missed, and I'm not going to go back and fix them all. We'll have to hope that the wash covereth some of the sins, and the ones that the wash doesn't get, the highlighting will have to take care of for us, because, you know, as much as I really love this army and I love this project, they're not one of my big, huge guys that I painted. They are the infantry, and they gotta get done, so we're gonna do our best, but we're gonna be realistic with what can be achieved. We're not gonna go back and paint stuff and make it super clean, because I keep watching all this space stuff, and I mean, I play Age of Sigmar. I don't really play a whole lot of 40k, but I'm in a bit of a space craze right now, so I wanna paint some 40k. Dang it! I wanna paint some Tau. What is the thing that I was gonna assemble? That's not even 40k, so I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. Or maybe it could just be because, you know, I've been a little stuck in this Kruleboyz palette for a bit. Been on that kick. So I did get all the spoken like a batch painter. Yeah. I have if you guys are don't subscribe to Realm of the Lich King on YouTube. My buddy Destro runs that channel. And he does some terrain building and stuff like that. And one of his little catchphrases about that is that texture paste covereth a multitude of sins, and I think that's pretty clever. For me, it's just hoping that the wash fixes everything. But yeah, same mood. Wash away our sins. You also have a little rat boy, but you don't know what to use him for. Are you talking about a Skaven or just like some kind of man-rat creature? I mean, either way, cool. I randomly painted a Blood Bowl Skaven a stream or two ago. I've been sitting with that color scheme, trying to decide if I like it. I think I don't like it. Where in the Discord do you put model stuff? There should be a hobby desk channel. I think people were showing pictures of their actual hobby desks, but that is a good place to post your models. Honestly, I'm not too much of, like, you know, don't post this in this channel. There is a channel specifically for me to post the names of Star Wars characters that I think are dumb. Do not post it there. That is a me cataloging dumb Star Wars names channel only. But you should be good to post it in Hobby Desk. You need to see my take on terrain. You need a Gumdrop Village. How do I put this? I have built one thing that was, like, out of garbage, essentially. Because all terrain is really just garbage disguised to look like buildings and stuff. I made one diorama, and I really like how it turned out. But I don't have that, like, skill for it that other people seem to have. And I tend to just throw my trash away, if I'm honest. I don't have, like, a secret hoarder pile of #thegood trash for terrain building, so. As much as I'd love to have a table of candy terrain, I think it would be dope as hell. I don't know when that's going to be a reality. I do have some Necromunda terrain, and if I get really into 5 parsecs from home, I'm gonna need some terrain. Some more terrain than just that. But for now, that is literally all of the terrain that I own. I should get more, but it's expensive. And it's like, okay, I could get, you know, some walls and stuff that's not really going to be super fun to paint, or Or I could get a little guy. Sometimes a little guy with a hat. And, a little guy with a hat is gonna win every time. I'm very bad at buying terrain, but I do realize I need it because, like, I want to play Warhammer. Yeah, I was thinking about making a clown factory, out of my Necromunda terrain. Don't ask me what a clown factory is. I don't know. I don't know if that is a factory where they make clowns or employ clowns. But the phrase clown factory got lodged in this noggin of mine, and I was like, yep, that's what I should do with that. And then the smart part of my brain went, Fives, that idea does not make any sense. And I was like, you know what, brain? You're right, it doesn't. So I've just been sitting on that terrain, not painting it, because, Clown Factory is my current idea for it, and that idea makes no fucking sense. So, yeah. Clowns making clowns. It could be that. I don't know. It's a very cursed phrase. So I have not painted a clown factory. I don't really think that that's, 40k or Sigmar aligned in terms of, like, this will make sense on the battlefield. I need to fix... Did I bring any? Yes, I did bring something I could fix that with. Okay, we can fix that color. He's like, he's a squad guy. He's a big boss, so we're gonna fix that little bit for him. I think. Yeah, we are. And I need to remember to paint all the hands metallic, too. So many little details. If you'd just done it right the first time, Fives, you wouldn't be in this mess. Bill making stuff is good for terrain vids. I've seen some of, I think it's Scratch Bashing's, terrain videos, and I love watching that guy take apart a VCR and just be like, and here is all the treasure inside of it, and I'm like, damn, sir, I would not do that. Studson Studio is good for budgets. Oh, that's cool. Crazy person, though, so take it with some salt. Orcs took over. No, see, my 40k orcs, they have lore, too. Don't think I didn't come up with lore for my 40k orcs. These boys weren't left out. If you want to hear my dumb 40k orc lore, you just tell me, and I will give it to you, because y'all were super enthusiastic about my Cruel Boys lore, which I didn't think anybody would give a shit about. So, yeah, I mean, I come up with some weird backstories sometimes, but they sure exist. They sure exist. I promise I'll do a clown project, though. That'll happen. You'll see clowns on this channel someday. Maybe not a clown factory, but we'll get some clowns in here. Some would argue that I myself am a clown, so you're already getting the clowns that you're here for. Your orcs are a crust punk band? Crust like pizza crust? We can only hope. Devin, you said you're down for some 40k orc lore. Alright, I'll lay it on you. There's no escaping this. So, my 40k orcs are... Because, orcs are like grown from plants and shit, right? They're like mushroom peoples or something like that in the bullshit 40k official lore. So, My orcs are from the planet Sucron, and their mushroom DNA stuff, mabobs, was growing right next to a field of sugarcane. So they grew up sweet, in addition to being orcs. There used to be a human settlement on this planet that was like, you know, all cool. It was one of those worlds that didn't totally suck in 40K. That wasn't just like a mega hive of sad. And these orcs happened to stumble upon an ice cream parlor factory kind of thing, which is where they looted all of their metal to build their trucks from. They were like, this looks pretty cool, so we're just gonna roll with it. I mean, the world was destroyed by like a giant frosty winter, so it's all cold and stuff, but orcs don't care. But yeah, they're a little bit sweeter than your average orc because of all the sugarcane in their DNA. And then they have the candy aesthetic because all of their metal is from an ice cream factory. Their trucks are just looted ice cream trucks. Their cars are like, you know, company cars with little ice cream logos on them and shit. That's why. It's all just the planet that they happen to find stuff on. Good fungus boys. Can't ever get rid of them. Yep. Icy climate, make ice cream. Yeah, pretty much. Their sworn enemies are my Adeptus Mechanicus, who I had them envisioned to be like Black Forest Cake as their color scheme. It quickly got out of hand because I just started painting checkers on those Adeptus Mechanicus. But I thought like the battles of Cake Mechanicus versus Ice Cream Orcs was funny for some reason. It amused me, so I don't think it was wrong. I know one of these guys has a little hand somewhere that I forgot to paint. And this guy's metal bit still needs metal. Fuck. Okay. But yeah, the Adeptus Mechanicus would have been looking for their little STCs on that planet and just got flash frozen beneath the sea, so they come out all kind of like rusty and grungy, and then they have little winter hoods on their coats and stuff like that to make them a little cuter. I did sculpt little bits of like fur for their hoods and stuff like that, so yeah. This was back when I was only buying like a box of models and then painting it. I wasn't really thinking about an army as a whole. Back in those days where I actually had every model that I owned painted before I bought a new model, like some kind of psychopath. Everybody told me the day would come when that wouldn't be the case anymore. And foolish youth that I was, I didn't believe them. Now look at me. Also, hello, Anno. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Sad for your sleep schedule. Good for my view count. SC. Oh, I like that special cake trap. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I guess I could do the terrain up that I have. I could make it like an ice cream factory. But, Chris very generously offered to send me a copy of 5 Parsecs from Home, which is like a space solo campaign kind of thing. So that'll be coming in soon. And I was thinking about, if I like it, painting up some guys from that, painting up the terrain to match whatever concept I end up going for. so that I can take some nice photos or film some little things and have a little narrative. So I'm kind of holding off on painting my Necromunda terrain until I sink my teeth into that book and see what it's all about. I do have some like cardboard terrain too. That's just like generic sci-fi terrain. I have some MDF houses that I never put together. I should do that. Would you guys watch me assemble MDF houses? I've never put MDF together, so I can cry about it. But yeah, I don't really know what I would do with them besides like paint them and decorate them. I mean, I could use them for terrain. But yeah, I guess I do have some terrain projects that I could do. Now that I think, I have a lot of stuff that I just bought back again when I was at my old job that made a lot more money but crushed my soul a whole bunch. So, stuff that frankly I forgot. Okay, all right. If you guys would watch it, I mean, I'm not gonna do it now because I'm, you know, I've got these orcs in front of me and they're getting done sooner rather than later. Because after we finish these guys, I only have 3 more models. I just need 3 Bolt Boys finished up. And then that is the entire 2,000 points between what I already had painted and what I've painted recently. That'll be 2,000 points. I mean, I'll have to base them, obviously, which will take some time with my overly ambitious basing plans, but should be doable. Should be doable. Because, I mean, these guys, they don't look basically done, but they're getting close. Orc boys need a home. Yeah, I'd love to build a little orc village for them. That would be really fun. I feel like I need to contact some of my friends with big 3D printers, because I would love to find someone who does, like, orc terrain and stuff, because I have specific ideas of what kind of, what the look for this village would be. Not trying to steal from too many real cultures that are out there, but I love the idea of, like, woven stick houses for these guys to live in, the way that many indigenous people have also created dwellings. So I'd love to find some way of finding terrain that's like that, but with, you know, a little bit of some orc flavor to it, and get that kind of done up. I'm sure I have some spare shields from these guys that I could put on stuff, and some bits here and there I could add in, but the actual structure, I don't know. I'm not super confident in my ability to build something like that, but maybe. We'll see. Gingerbread orc village, yeah. Yeah, that'd work too. I'm sure I could find, like, some Star Wars building STL files or something like that and try and get those approximated to orc stuff. I feel like with the right decoration, it couldn't be too far off. Oh no, this guy was the one that had the other hands that I needed painted. Okay, at least I found him. Proficient comes with many failures. I've never been good at building actual gingerbread houses, so I can only imagine the chaos that would be if I tried to build a you know, scale model gingerbread house. But like MDF that I have, the MDF kits, they're very much like manor houses and stuff like they're not orky. Just kind of human-y. I was thinking about making one into a very fancy bakery because, you know, why would I be thinking of anything else? We'll definitely be able to get the wash on these boys tonight, which I'm happy about. They'll be done in time for my game, I think, because the next round of Escalation League that I have is on next Sunday, so they should be finished, barring any major disruptions. MDF is easier than gingerbread. You can use actual glue. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. These MDF houses won't be for orcs, though. They don't fit with the aesthetic of either of my orc armies. They're very much like a wealthy human built and lives in this house. Which is fine, you know, I think it'll be fun to try putting, like, wallpaper on the walls and stuff like that. And then I'll do the outside decent so that they can just be terrain for D&D or, you know, something to scout around in Warhammer. It'll be okay. Could they be looted? They could. They could. I don't know. I'd rather have them look nice as, you know, houses because it's not really what I envision my orcs living in, so I don't think I'd want to do that. Orcs invade Newport. I mean, there's gotta be places in the 9 realms or whatever it is that they call the world of Age of Sigmar, that just, like, have fancy human houses, but that's not where my guys live. They live in the swamps in the realm of shadow. On a plateau. Plateau? Is that what it's called? I think it's called a plateau. I looked at the map in the Age of Sigmar rulebook, and I picked an area, and they live there, and then I checked in the book to see if there was anything pre-established there, and while there might be in, like, you know, a separate lore thing, there was not in the core rules. There was nothing. So that's where my orcs live now. And if someone tries to tell me that their Warhammer army lives there, I will say, well, you can fight my orcs for it. Because that's why we're at war today. And then they'll be like, okay, that's a good reason to have a battle. I think that's fair. You have some suburban ones for Earth-based apocalypse. Yeah, that'll work. I know that Marvel Crisis Protocol has some fun, like, fairly modern-looking buildings, if in a slight cartoony style. Orc freebooter with a big mech that is basically the extravagant beach house of some noble with 4 or 5 legs behind it. That'd be funny. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. Trying to make this look like zebra stripes, but it's getting a little weird. That's okay. We can be a little weird on this channel. Doesn't have to be perfect all the time, and it certainly isn't usually. I think I just got a message from that guy with the towel. If you'll permit me to take a moment, I might just check that and see what that price for the towel is that I'm not going to buy. You hear me saying it as I am not making purchases. That would be ridiculous. Why would I purchase anything? You know, I don't need objects to be happy. Yeah, he sent some clearer pictures, and I like what I'm seeing, so we're not talking prices because I'm not buying Tau on this stream. I'm not buying Tau, period. You all hear me. I have self-control. I have no reason to buy Tau, no need to buy Tau. I'm not buying. No, stop. You're all too encouraging. Posted some of your MDF work to your cord so you can check it out after the stream. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that. Let us know. Hope it's a bargain. Gosh, you guys. You're the worst. Oh, we got some greater and some of that good. Some of that greater good. You do realize this means I have to come up with lore for the Tau that I'm not buying if I buy them. Which I'm not doing. You're hearing me say the word not, right? That's coming through on the stream. I hope that is audible. Posted some cake that you made on the Discord. Yes. It's delicious. I want to take a look at that. I can do that right now, live on stream, in fact. Some people, you know, they're going to be consistent. I had something else. I wanted to paint that little metal horn. Yeah, hang on. I'm going to do that, and then I'll look at this cake. Yes, I was thinking of doing Constructicon as a color scheme. But just because something is a color scheme doesn't mean it's lore. Because saying these orcs are inspired by zebra-striped gum says nothing about their culture or anything like that, like the lore that I made up. It just is like, this is where I got my idea for the colors. And while it would be kind of funny, I think, to be like, yeah, these are my Constructicon Tau, and they unionize to create power. I don't know enough about Transformers, and I'm going to be real with you, and this is going to cause some people to make some comments about how Transformers 1986 is the best movie. I don't care enough about Transformers to do any research into it to make a Tau army, so yeah, that's not going to happen. But I like the colors, so that could happen. That could happen. Have I seen One Page's rules? Eternal Dynasty? No. I've heard of One Page rules. I'm not very good at, like, reading systems and doing that, so I haven't actually taken a look at anything. Ooh, oh no, that kind of cake looks so good. Are those apples in the middle? And caramel on the top? And what looks like maybe like caramel coated walnuts or pecans, or maybe some like really dark glazed cherries, whatever that like, it looks good. I would eat that 10 out of 10. Ooh. Oh, your current demon prince. Yes. Yes. Oh, Devin, those models. Is that little yellow one a monkey? He's so cute. I like him. Oh, and Chris, you posted your very first MDF. That looks so cool. That could have been a background piece in, like, The Walking Dead or something. It's like a cool old abandoned house. That's the Rat Boy! Oh, he's so good! I love him. That's a good model. I'm gonna react. What emotion are we gonna use? I'm doing this on the computer. Usually I do this on my phone and it's a lot faster. You get an eyeball reaction for you want to see the Rat Boy. Yes, I do. He's great. I love his little staff and his little hat. And his little rat tail. He's so good. 10 out of 10. Good model. Let's see. Well, if you guys are so encouraging, I'm going to ask the price of all the models I'm interested in to this guy. Don't watch me not buy Tau on stream. Sorry, this is probably pretty boring. I'm just talking. Yeah. Hector's in here trying to make sure I don't buy Tau. He's the only one doing his job. Yeah. I don't know if it's worth picking up the stealth suits. They've already got, like... You don't think so? Okay, Hector, I'm not buying them. I'm buying you more treats. Absolutely. That's what I'm spending my money on. Not Tau. Not Tau. Gonna send this guy. Interested in the ones I circled from that photo. And no, just because I'm not buying Tau does not mean you can get onto the table, Hector. You're still not allowed up here. You dummy. The spray bottle means no. Sorry. This has gotten out of hand. And these gray guys back here. I'd also want. Yeah. Going for what's not painted, but is assembled. Because that means I don't have to do assembling. And this one. Alright. I've officially submitted the interest for the ones that I am not buying. And we'll hear back about the prices for, again, the models that will not be purchased by me, Fiverr, the person. He's a rat boy. He has a sailor's outfit. I need to find a use for... Just paint him. That's your next D&D character right there. That's just a boy and a rat. Don't buy Tau. You'll get going. Pet your cat for me when it's convenient. Will do, Anno. I promise. Hector will get plenty of pets. Chris, you heard Hector say something else. Pretty sure he said buy everything on sale if it's at least 15% MSRP off. Stealth suit are okay, but not the greatest, and you really only need one for kill teams, so a squad is probably not worth it. Maybe I can get this guy to sell me one individually. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask. Depends on what his prices are for the things that I actually want. Anno, I want you to know, if you're still there, that I am petting Hector right now. His head is behind my chair. I can swivel over so that you can see. It's right over here. There's the boy. He's getting his pets. I'm not buying Tau. There are no Tau in Ba Sing Se. That right side up or upside down? I don't think it matters. Yeah, everything's still there. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Heck, you can't scratch me either. That's also not okay. No scratchies. We've discussed this. I don't like it when you scratch me. So you're gonna have to... Oh gosh, I'm gonna get cat hair in the paint. Hector's revenge. Is getting cat hair on everything I own. Justified, I guess, but... I'm not going to do it. That brush is frayed to heck and back. Not you, Heck. The other Heck. I can't believe you guys commented so much when I was messaging another person about Tau I'm not going to buy. That's when you were like, oh, let's flood the chat with messages. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Tomorrow is Monday, isn't it? My phone's broke at the end of the day of work yesterday. My phone system wasn't working. I had to call the IT team and submit a ticket about it. Because they couldn't fix it, like, just diving into my computer remotely. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to take calls tomorrow in the morning. And I messaged, like, my team lead so they know, and I have a ticket number and all that, but... I'm sure they've forgotten by over the weekend. And I'm going to get a message like, hey, Fives, why aren't you online taking calls? And I'm going to be like, the technology that you provided for me is doing a whoopsie. So until you tell me what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm going to be sitting here waiting further instruction. Definitely not doing anything that I wouldn't be supposed to be doing. And you know, it's great, because I agreed to company policy, right? To do what I'm supposed to be doing. But, company policy, there's nothing that explicitly prohibits the painting of miniatures while also getting work done. There's nothing in there that states that specifically. And of course, as a responsible employee for unspecified company number 1, I would never, ever, ever do anything that might even considerably, you know, reach that level of silliness. But, you know, I gotta pass the time somehow. I gotta do something. If my system's broken, what else am I supposed to do? Sit there and twiddle my thumbs? I'm very nervous about it, actually. Tomorrow's kind of a nerve-wracking day. Not to get too personal, of course, But I will talk about how important mental health is on this channel. I feel no shame in doing that. And I've needed to see a professional about it for a while and had to wait for my healthcare to kick in. But my appointment is tomorrow, and I'm very nervous about it. It's the first time I have seen a professional about this in many a year. I'm hoping it'll help, but I'm also terrified, and I want to cancel very badly and just not do it. But I'm not going to do that. We're healing this year, you know. The world's out there getting worse, but I'm in here trying to get better. So that means doing stuff that I don't want to do sometimes, and then eating brownies afterwards and watching the next installment of the Clone Wars. No spoilers for that, by the way, for anyone who's seen it. I haven't yet, and I know it's like fucking a million years old at this point, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, to some degree I do. I've watched the Star Wars films. I don't remember them with much clarity, but I've watched them. Emperor of Man, son, what are you doing? Gilliman, I'm not buying towel. Devin, I love that. Ugh. If I wasn't already busy, I'd just start making that into a meme. I grabbed this yellow, which is good, because I can fix some of the issues that I said I wasn't going to fix on the base coats of my orc skin. Now that I have this color sitting in front of me. I did not grab the yellow that I needed to finish off their shields. I think that's fate saying that I wanted to correct these issues, even though I probably am not. Sir, can I help you? If I put like 2% more food in your bowl, will you quiet down a little bit? Can we arrange that deal? Because your head is soaking wet a little bit. Not actually soaking. It's damp from being caught in a spray bottle. So let's, Hector is demanding some food. We'll give him a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. You little chungus. Is that what you were on about? And if I give you some, I know Lobster's gonna want some. I'll put some in his bowl. See, if I was a Twitch streamer, they have all those fancy buttons that you can click. And it's like, ooh, if you're a subscriber, I'll give a treat to my cat. Or you earn this many little arbitrary token things. I don't think YouTube has anything like that, because I imagine the treat button for these adorable cats would just be ringing off the hook. You guys are lucky I'm not a Twitch streamer. The vet would have something to say about your weight then. Lobster is scowling at me. He's gonna change this to a Twitch account by tomorrow. He's gonna be like, I could have been getting treats. Clone Wars is class. I don't know. I'm a $5 cat treat button. Listen, I don't know how to implement that. If I was smart, maybe I'd know how to do that. But, I don't. Hook it up to the auto feeder. I don't have an auto feeder. I realize I've had this set to top chat and not live chat. I don't think there's too much of a difference. It's Monday now over there. Well, sorry, Devin. I didn't see that comment because my dum-dum had it set to top chat and not live chat. If I missed some of your comments, that's why. Yep, Chris, further back, you said fuck cleanup, and I didn't even acknowledge that. I apologize. I'm not going to go all the way back and read all of the comments because I don't have the time while I'm also, painting. I do have the time, but I'm trying to entertain you with, video content. If I can find a way to make a $5 treat for the cat button, I'll try. Because I've seen some people on YouTube have a live stream where they can accept donations, but maybe your channel has to be, like, monetized. Mine isn't yet. I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and I don't have 4,000 watch hours, I think is what you have to be able to monetize your channel. So, we're not there yet. We're just kind of trucking along, and that's okay. It's fine, though. You might win a bid on some Pathfinders. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I want Pathfinder towel. Part of the towel that I'm not buying. I think they're Pathfinders anyway. They look like Pathfinders. It's very interesting that they managed to have Pathfinders as a species of Tau, as a class, as a unit. Yeah, as a unit of Tau. And then, Pathfinder is a whole gaming system as well. Look at me out here, correcting my mistakes. I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I was going to be a batch painter. I lied to you guys. You watched me lie to you. Time and time again. I'll get there if I keep this up. You think so, Chris? I'm not sure. I hope so. It would be nice. I like streaming, though. It's fun. And it has boosted my watch hours like a crazy amount. So that's pretty cool. I'm not trying to, get really invested in the statistics or analytics or anything like that. But if you have, 1 or 2 people tuning in for a full 2 or 3 hour stream, that's like a whole lot of hours of watch right there. So it's pretty sick. Sorry that, YouTube had to, decide to put ads on everybody's channel regardless of whether they're monetized or not. Obviously, I have no say in those kind of things. And I feel bad that, advertisements are such a prevalent part of our society, but, hopefully, if I ever take, a sponsorship or if I ever get, far enough up in the YouTube ranks to reach that kind of thing, you guys will forgive me for being a shill. It's all I can hope for. Posted some pictures of the Eternal Dynasties in the recommendations channel. Excellent. Excellent. I will check that out when I'm not painting because I like to have plenty of time to look that over. I want to take that seriously. I am so glad that I made that channel so that I can actually keep track of all of the wonderful recommendations that people have been giving me. Circling back, though, Clone Wars. You said it was class. I don't think so yet. I am struggling with that. I'm 16 episodes in. I'm on the first season. It seems like the dialogue is just one-liners. It's literally just people saying catchphrases or stuff that they think sounds cool back and forth to each other. There was an entire episode where the focus of the episode was Jar Jar Binks, and I'm sorry, but that's just, it's not good. People keep saying that it gets good, though, and I'm giving it credit and hoping that it gets good because in the 5th episode, there was a clone trooper literally named Fives. And I was like, oh shit, it me. I'm a Star Wars character now. And I got really fucking excited about it. And spoiler alert for episode 5s of the Clone Wars. Mute if you don't want to hear spoilers for something that has been out for a very long time. But you might be like me and haven't seen it before. But, A lot of clones die in that episode, but Fives survives and is not one of the deaths. So, I don't know if Fives is going to show up again or not, but the potential that Fives might be a reoccurring character will keep me watching for at least a little bit longer. Also, my quest to find more dumb Star Wars names will keep me watching for at least a little bit longer. And everybody says it gets good. They tell me that. It hasn't gotten good yet, though. I'll keep waiting. It's a kid's show. A pretty good one, but still a kid's show. Imagine much of it's nostalgic. It could be. Some of the latter ones are good. Ho-ho, Fives. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a ho-ho at me, Fives, or ho-ho, Fives the clone, but we'll find out. Don't tell me literally anything. I want 0 details. I don't want to know if they're a recurring character. I don't want to know anything. I want to be in blissful ignorance and pleasantly surprised. The animation bothers you too much? Yeah, it's interesting. I don't love it, I'll be honest with you. Some of the fight scenes are really cool, like they were clearly trying. Some of the design work is actually pretty good, like one of the dumbest names that I've heard, Kit Fisto. Horrible name. Really liked how they translated that character into a model, though. I thought Kit Fisto looked really cool. I liked that episode. That one was good. That one was interesting. And like some of the texture is just confusing. Like some things will be perfectly smooth, and then other things will have this like kind of interesting, semi-hand-drawn quality to it. You couldn't get through it? You were too old when it came out? Yeah, well, I mean, oh, the Tau guy messaged me back. Let's see. Let's see what you have to say. Ooh, okay. Okay. Alright. So, you guys let me know if this is a good deal or not. There's the big guy in like a battle suit. Like, I'm gonna call him a commander guy for Tau. I don't actually know what he's called. We have big commander guy. We have 3 drones with Gatling guns on them, which are really cute. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Pathfinders. So it's a commander guy, 10 Pathfinders, and 3 drones with Gatling guns. And then like Warhammer carrying case and foam inserts for it, like a nice one, because I need a better transport system than I currently have. All of that for $125. I don't know if that's enough of a bargain for me to bite. Someone tell me what you think. Rate that deal. Rate that deal for me. I don't know if it's good. I don't have eBay. I don't have GamesWorkshop.com up to compare the prices. I think it might not be a killer deal. I'm not sure. I trust the judgment of this. I shouldn't be spending that money. Jesus. Okay. I'm not buying Tau. I shouldn't buy Tau. Don't let me buy Tau. That's not a good enough deal to buy Tau. It was $125 for like a commander dude, 10 Pathfinders, 3 drones with Gatling guns, and then like a good, like, it looks like an official Warhammer carrying case and foam inserts for the case for $125. I don't know anything about, you also have a good example of cheap Pathfinders. I like how you keep spelling it cheap like it's a chicken. Cheap, cheap. Lobster, you also know that you're not allowed to be on this table. No offense to you, yeah, that's fair. I'm not offended. I watch actual children's shows some of the time and think that some of them are pretty good. Just because it's media that wasn't intended for my age bracket doesn't mean I can't get anything out of it. I just also shouldn't be expecting it to be, like, you know, amazing and full of a lot of meaning for me because, you know, I'm not the target audience. So, it's fine. Commanders, like the big guys, are usually 40 upwards. Pathfinders, looking about 10 secondhand. $10 secondhand for the ones that you're looking at? Whew. Okay, so that's 50, and there's no way drones, case without case, because between 30 to 50. Yeah, so it looks like that's maybe about market value, or even, you know, if it's secondhand, that's probably a little bit above market value. It's probably not too great of a deal. I don't know how to haggle. I'm not great at that, so I don't know. Maybe I should just stick with my original plan of not buying Tau. That could be the smart call to make here. Drowser are hard. You'd say 6? Are these dollars? Where are you finding prices that cheap? Probably the used market is a little bit easier for you to come by if you're in Europe. Pathfinders can usually be found for like 20 as well. Yeah. Jeez. And I'm sure there's a like euro to dollar also thing going on. Let's see. I don't think anyone listening to this stream is selling Tau, but if that person happens to be a fan of mine, just make the price like $80 for me, and then I'll bite. If it was $80, I would do it. It's probably not gonna be $80. So I don't know that it's enough of a steal, but maybe. Bulk of the money would be the commander guy, and case is fully case pricey, even when secondhand. Yeah, that's kind of what's so tempting about it. Like, it would be really nice to have a case. Hector thinks it would be really nice to have a case. He's still getting on the table when he's not supposed to. Sorry, Heck. Last time you were up here when you weren't supposed to. Last time we painted, you got your little pink paw prints all over everything. His paws are no longer pink. It's been thoroughly solved, so no worries there. And no tummy troubles on Hector's part, so it all worked out fine. Could you ask for them to go 80? I don't know that I can ask someone to come from 125 down to 80. I'm not good at haggling. I don't know how to do this. This is this guy's army. You can't sell you one-page rules 3D prints because of licenses, but I think you could buy me some resin and I could send you some prints I make out of it. I see your wink wink nudge nudge there. Maybe send me some photos of the prints of the thing that you could theoretically, you know, if one just bought, say, a random grab bag of resin prints with a vague space theme, what they might get in their print plate of things. You know, I'd be interested to see what options might be available. Because, of course, with your licenses, you would never. So I would never ask you to. I'd just be interested to see what that would look like if, in theory, you did. Goober. Let's phrase it like that. Let's put it out there in the universe like that. Did that make any sense to anybody? I don't know. Lobster is once again eating food out of his bowl like he has never seen food before in his life. Don't ever let this man fool you. Man, and by that I mean cat. But, he gets fed on the regular. Planning on making a cast of my space co-mist at some point, maybe. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Listen, I know that you would never, ever, ever recast a miniature. Ever. That's one hungry lobster. Yep. They say you hungry, baby. What do you have to say to that? Apparently nothing. He's not as talkative as Heck. I can usually provoke Heck into a conversation. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but there is a whole sprue connection point that I just left on this guy's foot. Just standing up. And you know what? I don't care that it's not perfect. I will just slap some mud on it. Call it a day. That's how I will fix that. I need to go and get the right yellow once I'm finished touching up these guys' skin. And then we'll put the wash on everybody, which will be good. We can definitely achieve that, you know, within an hour. And then we've been streaming for almost 2 hours, so been good. We haven't bought any town. Still haven't done that. It's a spearhead in his foot. Yeah, it could be anything. Could be anything. Listen, I was playing Borderlands, and some of the textures on that really could be anything. I'm like, okay, we went for stylization, and that's cool. But I also don't know what I'm looking at here. Alright, I'm gonna go and grab the color yellow that I need. I'll be right back. Paint it metallic, put some blood on it. Could do. Could do. I generally don't put blood on my miniatures or leave them wounded because I feel like it psychs them out. Like, for battles and stuff, they're like, I'm already wounded. I shouldn't do my best this time. Yeah, heck, it psychs them out. Have you seen Warhammer miniatures painted in that cel-shaded style? Yeah, I have. I've actually tried that comic book style out. I painted mint chocolate chip ice cream triceratops in that style for a painting contest at my local gaming store. and I won. Probably largely due to stylization and people being like, oh, that's cool. Because it was like a fan vote, but, you know, that's something. We're popular with the masses, Hector. We are. I know you think it's pedestrian, but I'll go with it. Yeah. We can't all have artistic integrity like you, baby. Yeah, I liked it. I think I gave that model away to a friend when I was clearing stuff out, which I don't regret doing. With my models that I'm just kind of like, you know, this was something I did as like an experiment or a challenge or something like that. I don't mind giving them away or whatever. I have so many models that like I use for gaming or that I have in my display case that I don't want to keep everything that I've painted just because it takes up a lot of room. And there's stuff that, you know, I don't need to keep everything. Heck, you gotta stop. You gotta stop scratching the back of the chair. You can't do that. Spawn on the Warhorse's cyborg arm. He got it installed just before every battle to lift his crazy heavy DACA gun. The men just made him. Ah, that's pretty cool. That's a good backstory for that. I like that. Otto, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in bed. Have you seen that TikTok meme where it's like, Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown. He's just like, Vanessa, I'm a material girl. That's you, Anno. You're supposed to be on lockdown. I only realized like 4 days after I'd seen it for the first time that it was a freaking Five Nights at Freddy's reference. I just thought, you know. But yeah, I figured that out later. Watching your streams makes you want to play orcs? You should play orcs. Orcs are the best. Get you some Kruleboyz. Everybody is discounting Dominion heavily. Pick up some Kruleboyz. Get them. They're cheap. Or at least as cheap as you're gonna find Warhammer. Get a half of a Dominion box. You can sell the Stormcast and pay for some of the expense. You'll get going. Have an awesome stream. Thank you. Please, for the love of God, sleep. Look at this. He's always getting up on this table. You're not supposed to be up here. Hector, you're supposed to be on lockdown. Yeah, everyone does need an orc army. And I could do or have Burning Man. Oh, I can see it now. Oh, I think you meant to say a rave or Burning Man. That would be cool. Tyler Russo of Billion Dollar Clown Farm. Yes, that is the name of his channel, and it's as good as you're hoping it's gonna be. He has like a death metal themed orc army. And yes, that is also as good as you're hoping it's gonna be. He has some great videos. He seems like a cool person. And I highly recommend all of his like orc painting videos because he's usually painting them the day before a tournament. So you know that scheme is gonna paint up relatively fast because this man has no time. But they still end up looking cool. He painted an orc in a sushi restaurant once. That was fun. Very good channel, yeah. It's one of my personal favorites. I mean, there's so many great YouTubers here, and I know we're not supposed to pick favorites, but the name of the channel is Billion Dollar Clown Farm. You think me? I'm not gonna love that? Like, yeah, absolutely. Think you're on his Discord? Yeah. It's an interesting place, that Discord. I am also there. I don't post on his Discord very often, but I am on there, and I like to be on other hobby YouTubers' Discord so I can just get notified when like their new videos and stuff come out. That's what I like. Sometimes if they stream at a time that I can catch them, then I'll try and pop in and say hello. I'm the worst at actually like commenting on other people's streams because 9 times out of 10 I get distracted and go do something else, which makes it hilarious that I stream so often. Tutorial about painting orcs in your car outside your friend's therapist office. Yes, he does have that tutorial. My favorite, though, is just when he takes that little orc all around Las Vegas with him. And there's a shot of him in a car with this little orc model. And he's holding the orc up to the window in the car so the orc can see out the window. Ever since he did that, I've wanted to make a little series where I take an orc to different places. Just have, like, us vote on which of my orcs is your favorite. And then I'll take that orc everywhere. Can be a little traveling guy. Before all the stuff that had happened to me happened, I was going to be going to Disney World, and I thought that would be a great place to take a tiny little orc around and take some photos. But that isn't happening, so I'll have to wait on the orc travel log, but it's still something I want to do. I think it would be fun. Finding Goblins is great. Also, it has a Trent. Yeah, like Flat Stanley, exactly. Exactly. You lost the bid on the Pathfinders? Nobody is buying Tau tonight. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry you lost the bid, though. I'm not very eBay savvy, so I couldn't have given you any advice even if I had wanted to. Hector says he wouldn't have lost the bid. He wins every auction. You are so sassy tonight, sir. We're just in an endless cycle. Need to have a nice orky dinner. It's okay. Sometimes it's okay to not get everything that you wanted. You know, you lost out on these Pathfinders, but who knows what'll come along tomorrow or next week. Could be even cooler. He can bid unlimited money because cats don't have money. Exactly. Exactly. That's why he wins all the time. I only ever go to eBay and do buy it now. I have to be honest with you. I treat it like a store and not like an auction house. Hector, no matter how many times you get up on the table, you're still not allowed on the table. $120 on a whole army? You cannot skip rent. You need your rent. Devin, no. Don't do that. He just makes me pay for it. Yeah, pretty much. Devin, please pay your rent. Don't buy a Warhammer army. Chris just goes, rent for 120? Yeah, true though. What year is this that you can pay your rent with 120 bucks? I think that's probably likely just a portion of your rent. But if you are renting a place for 120, whew, please note that me and all the other people in this chat are jealous. You did that, but your ass is too broke to just bid because it's cheap. What kind of army is it, Devin? Is it a cool army? Is it Tau? I bet it's not Tau, but also is it Tau? You laid claim to it first, though, so if you want it, you get it. I won't steal. No stealsies. Weekly? You have to pay your rent weekly? That sounds really annoying. We pay monthly, and I think that's annoying. It's like, why can't you charge me like $300 a year and be done with it? I know that's not how anything works, but I'd really like it to be. Hector, don't comment about rent. You have no idea what rent even is. There's no economy in your world. For halls? Yeah, okay. Sucks. Yeah, that sounds horrible. Because if you're in uni, you're presumably a student, so it's not like you just have all the time in the world to also work a job to be able to pay the rent for your hall. Economy to your dog means snacks. That's fair. I think that's a reasonable part of the dog economy. This last guy needs the yellow stripes put on him. Then we'll wait a few minutes for everybody to have the yellow dry. And we can start throwing a wash on them. Which will be great. Because that means that they are basically done. Not really. All the detailing has to come after that. But they're way closer to being done. They'll look good. When he pays taxes, he gets real stress. Losing treats is traumatic. Yeah, I imagine it would be. I have to do my taxes still. I said I was maybe going to do that this weekend, and I didn't. I have time to file my taxes, though, so. Ooh. Okay, his price for stuff went up to $140 with shipping. I am not buying Tau today. I'm gonna say that's a little out of my price range. But thank you for all your quick responses and best of luck selling. There. Excellent. We left on good terms. We did not buy Tau. While we're waiting for things to dry, let's do a painting on this piece of paper that I have in front of me. We'll paint a Tau. We can't purchase one, but we can paint one. Let's see. I have nothing better to do. You're a captive audience. Well, you're not a captive audience. You could leave, but... Hector! You're being so chirpy. You want so much attention. You spent the whole day not doing anything, not wanting any attention. And now you're just like, I need all the attention in the world. What's that about? I can't get rid of you that easily. I wouldn't want to. Heck, you know you're not supposed to be on this table. This is just an endless cycle. He doesn't learn. Lobster at least knows he's not supposed to be on it, so if he's gonna get on the table, he's gonna do it when I'm not around to see him. Hector, on the other hand, doesn't care. I think that's kind of what a towel looks like. I'm not pulling up a reference, but they have those weird, like, nose slit kind of things. This is a very tired looking towel. I think he maybe needs a hairdo. I know some of them have, like, long kind of braid things. We'll do one of those. Heck, I'm painting, baby. Yeah. He wants so many pets today. The army are Tau, no surprise. It's 2 tanks, 4 battle suits, 6 stealth suits, 20 fire warriors, 10 pathfinders, an HQ, and about 5 drones. Whew! Oh, female Tau have Y shape and males have an I shape. So I guess this guy's a dude. He's gonna be non-binary though. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what Tau come in, but most of the characters I'm making nowadays are non-binary because, you know, yeah. I stopped petting Heck for 3 seconds and this is what happens. You would think he was dying or something. He carries on quite a bit. You carry on quite a bit. You do. He just knows how to be cute and chirpy. Tau is okay. I guess Rick Priestley got into anime that year. He'll say, no one buy Tau. I'm not gonna paint arms or hands, apparently, because I just didn't leave myself room for that. There we go. A painting of a Tau. Official art of Shadow Sun with both. Yeah, as far as I know, Shadow Sun's a lady. You're here like barnacles. I'm stuck with you. That's okay. Okay. This is no one by Tau. The Tau. Because that is reminding me that I don't need Tau. Thanks. I mean, it took me like 4 seconds, so it's no work of art, but it passed the time. And on this week's episode of What Crusty Brush Am I Gonna Try and Apply Wash With? Is it gonna be this one? Maybe. Can you hear that crustiness on that brush? It's pretty crusty. I have this nice little, like, this is supposed to be a chopstick rest that my friend got me, but I use it for paintbrushes. It's got a little frog on it. Makes me very happy. Alright. Let's get to washing these guys. Am I counting on this wash to hide a bunch of mistakes so that I don't have to address them in the future? Yes. Yes, I am. I hope that every time I put a wash on a model. I think it's a great tactic, especially for newer painters like me to feel good about their work. I used to try and rush the base coating stage just so I could put a wash on things so that they would look good. It still is a bit like magic, I think. Just auto shade. In a jar. Talon in a bottle, isn't that what they call it sometimes? They're not wrong. They're not wrong. Yeah, no, that Tau army auction, if they're selling that army for 120, if that was a buy it now, you should snap that up. A bid, I can only imagine that that's going to be higher by the time it's finished. But that seems like a really good deal. You found a squad of unpainted Tau for $25 in the US. Why are you searching for Tau in the US? You are in the UK. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's a bid with 8 hours left. I mean, I'm gonna be asleep probably when that auction ends. Like, unfortunately, I have this evil creature called work that does in fact demand that I go at early ass o'clock in the morning, so I can't stay awake babysitting a eBay auction. It's just not a reality that I live in. See how much they were, since you only look at UK money. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, and shipping from the UK to the US is super expensive right now, so it's probably better to just find a US seller, and if you're gonna buy secondhand, pay them a couple bucks more. It'll be still cheaper than paying for UK shipping. Unless, I guess, sometimes eBay has free shipping, I think. Not always, but sometimes. Oh, the 8 hours was for the 120 army. So, I got no chance of bidding at the end. Yeah. But it is kind of cheaper for the US. Huh? I mean, fine, Devin, what kind of Tau are they? Are they Pathfinders? Are they... Like, what is the squad that you found for 25 Dolores? Even though I painted this to remind me that no one is buying Tau today. What is the price of the Tau that we're not buying? Or what's included with the Tau that we're not buying? Fire Warriors, basic. Okay. Okay. I think I like the Pathfinders, the look of them, better than the Fire Warriors. I can't remember exactly. But I think I like the Pathfinders best. They are assembled, though. That's a big plus. That's a big plus when you can buy assembled. No paint? Okay. That's good. I don't have Mr. eBay Miniature Rescue's little Sonic mini cleaner or whatever it is, that thing that gets all the paint off. Or else I would just be like, yeah, it doesn't matter if they're painted or not. Cause I don't really care, but Ultrasonic Mini, that's what it is. Like, I know I can remember the name of that product. Lobster, you're not getting into the basement. Stop trying to rip up the carpet, please. No, no. No, baby. Little heathens. That's what I got. Little heathens. You do not. Just a jar of toxic chemicals to hopefully not melt minis in. Yeah. Do you buy a lot of secondhand, Devin? It seems like you have some experience with this eBay hunting. Is that how you got Rat Boy? Honestly, Rat Boy is one of the best little random minis that I've ever seen. So I think you should value him and just... Like, I don't think you should alter him at all. I think you should just run Rat Boy as, like, a demon himself. He's got the charisma, you know? Just let him be himself in his little sailor suit. All mines are secondhand. I've not bought a new mini in 8 years. Damn! That's some reduce, reuse, recycle. You're also not going upstairs right now, Lobster. There's no heating or air conditioning upstairs. And if I open that door, it's gonna get cold. So you're not going. If you keep scratching at the door, I'm going to have to come up and pick up the spray bottle and take it over there to tell you that you're not going up there. These boys of mine, they are not behaving tonight. I'm so sorry, guys. They're in a mood. They're in a mischievous mood. He's great. He cost £1. That's a bargain. Where did you find him? Probably eBay, but like, that's just a good investment. Get yourself a Rat Boy. You can't afford new GW? That's fair. GW is expensive as heck. I'm lucky I have a great game store and they give like a 10% discount on stuff. For like their loyalty program kind of deal. But yeah, it's a pain. It's expensive. GW keeps making models that I want. Can kind of justify buying some of them by like, you know, being newer in the hobby. So I don't like, I don't have, you know, an army already for Age of Sigmar. And then, you know, treating myself when it comes to bonuses or... I'm waiting to see... I need to file my taxes to see if I'm getting a tax return this year. Because if I do, maybe I'll use that to buy the towel that I'm not buying. But sometimes it's fun to get something new and exciting in a box. But then I open it up and the box is full of sprues that I then have to put together. That makes it less exciting. Can give me the name of the seller. I don't need a Rat Boy. I like him, but he would just go into a box. And the odds of me fishing him out to paint him are slim. Honestly. I have a lot of cool, like, random minis that I bought because I was like, I need this, and it's just like a random little dude. But most of those random little dudes have not ended up being painted because other more coherent projects have just sort of captured my attention more. I like doing sets, I guess. So board game sets or Warhammer armies. Things that I feel like have a purpose. Now, if I was going to do like a D&D campaign and needed a bunch of weird little guys, then I'd be all over that. You found out the price of Pathfinders? Okay. Very cool. You're back. You wandered off to do some mischief in the other room, and then you decided you weren't done. So you came back. There you are, Heck. You talking to the people? What are you telling them? All kinds of secrets, huh? Yeah. Yeah? Well, I can't pet you at this very moment because I have a paintbrush in my hand. Oh, you frozen? Sorry. I didn't realize I was painting. I will fix that. Just give me a second. Ooh, got paint all over my finger. I fear you may not be frozen. I fear my phone completely ran out of battery, and died. That may be what has happened. So with this fancy new setup, my charger for my phone can't reach all the way to the angly thing, the arm that I hold my camera with. I've just put my phone over on the charger thing, but that does mean that we have no video for at least the next 5 minutes while it gets to charging a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. The dynamics of setting up a new streaming space come with some limitations. At least you have a nice view of the orcs. Yeah, I mean, I can stop streaming because there's no video feed for a little bit, unfortunately. But I need to finish painting these orcs. I need to put the wash on them. And I'm going to sit at my table and do it. So I'm at least going to talk because I can. If you want to leave, like, hardcore no judgment, I'm providing no visual stimuli right now. And I'm honestly kind of grateful because I'm getting wash all over my hands. It's not beautiful. I have extension cables. The thing is, so I have my laptop plugged in to the outlet here, and the other, like the outlet with the circuit breaker thing that connects multiple thingamadoos, is also plugged into that outlet. If I unplug my laptop, it's probably gonna die because it's not very great. But if I unplug the surge protector to move it so that it's in a good position for the charger, it is the thing that has my internet router plugged into it. So the internet will go off, and then I won't be able to stream in any capacity. It is kind of a catch-22 situation. What do you need to tell the people that's so important, Hector? I know you want to be pet, but I can't pet you. I've got wash all over my fingers right now. I'll get Seraphim sepia in your fur. It has natural shading. You don't need artificial. Yeah, sorry. I could have planned this better, but I didn't. And you know, it's fine. We get to see the Wash Boys and how you can do edits on stream. Yeah. You'll see them. I'll make sure you get a shot before I close out for the night. I'm probably only gonna go for another, you know, a little bit until these guys are washed. I've got one more to wash after this one that I currently have in my fingers. And then I'm gonna, you know, wash my actual hands. Not with Seraphim Sepia, although if you could see my hands right now, you might be a little bit confused about how I meant. Because they're pretty caked. They're pretty covered. Usually I like to stop after a wash has been applied anyway, because, I mean, you don't have to, but I generally like to let them sit for overnight, just to make sure I'm not reactivating anything. And then I feel more confident about doing the finishing steps. I'm glad that I still have the Bolt Boys to do after these. Because I don't know how I'm going to feel when I'm actually looking at, like, I have in my hands the last models that I need to paint to have a 2,000 point list. Not the best or most strategic 2,000 point list, mind you, but a viable 2,000 point list that in all likelihood is what I will be taking to the big official tournament that I'm going to be going to. I know, Hector, it's emotional. You're allowed to be emotional too, baby, and your emotions are valid. Curing is important, yeah, for paint. Absolutely. Right, I've got wash all over my hands, wash all over the minis, but they've got the wash on them, so I'm gonna wash my hands now. Alright. That's gonna be good for now. I'm gonna hang out and, you know, do a little bit of cleanup just because I have to fill time to get these semi-dry and then, you know, be done for the night. But I want to show you guys how they turned out. So we'll put things in their little boxes, clean them up a bit. It's good to do. Oh, we can change the paint water for next time. We can! I always forget to have fresh paint water, but this time I'll remember. Being done with an army is a crazy feeling. It's like finishing an 8-season Netflix series. I've never finished an army before, so I have no idea what it's gonna feel like. I feel like I'm gonna want to take 3,000 million photos of it when it's finally, like, done in all its glory, because I obviously still have to do the basing. But I can't imagine not being, like, ridiculously proud of it. I feel like it's, you know, in some cases it is what a lot of Warhammer painters, it's kind of the ideal that is strived for. Striven for? Strove for? I don't know what the perfect conjugation of that is. While we wait for my phone to charge, let's take a look at the Discord. See if anything interesting has come in there. We got a funny meme. Goober posted a funny meme about fishing simulators and good games. That's great. Love it. Oh, okay. And Goober posted some photos in the recommendations of those miniatures. They're very cool. I love the samurai aesthetic of some of them. Some of them feel a little silly, like the giant dragon ships are a bit much. Let me pull this up so I can do that. I can add in a photo. We can look at these together. I'm creating content right here, live on this channel. It's happening. We're gonna do Rate This Mini. Tile that I'm not purchasing. Alright, let's see. Let's get this put in here. Okay, so this is what I got sent. Some like samurai aliens is what we're gonna say. That sounds correct to not get anybody sued. See, I think these dragon ships, they're not great. But I like this guy. I like kind of the unhelmeted alien man in samurai type armor. I like this guy as well. Some of these poses are really neat. I like with the long guns. And these are some pretty cute little crabby drones. I can't say that I hate any of it. These are cool as hell. They're not quite Tau, obviously. But there's something about them that's very interesting. Even if I, you know, wanted actual Tau, which I do, these are, like, cool just to have as a thing. You'll have to do an army... Oh, yes, absolutely. I will definitely do an army showcase video once I'm finished my Kruleboyz. Like, I should do army showcase videos for some of the other armies that I have that are just at the ready. But absolutely, there's no question when my Kruleboyz are done, you're getting an army showcase video. Like, there's no way I'm not doing that. It's too cool. The army you're looking does not have the case, but with postage it costs about $130 for a tank, an HQ, 2 Pathfinder squads, 1 squad of Fireboys, 10 drones, and a squad of Pathfinders. So the guy's offer was probably not worth it. Extra weebed now. Space Cosmit or Space Cows are also a common name. Space Cows? Really? Okay. Stand one-page rules. Would that you had a 3D printer. Chris, there are a lot of people with 3D printers. You can just buy 3D prints from someone, usually most of the time. I mean, sometimes I wish I had a 3D printer just because I could make terrain really quickly. But I think that in the end, I don't want cleaning up from a 3D printer to be part of my hobby proceedings. I don't like cleaning up. It's not very fun for me. Like, that's probably the main reason why this set with better lighting that is better for the stream, it's not going to be consistent because I have to move it off my kitchen table when I'm done so that I can eat here. I'm going to go check my phone and see if we have any charge so I can show you these guys, and then maybe we can close up shop for the night. Alright. Phone's got a bit of juice in it, so we should be able to get something. Again, I apologize that my phone died midway through this stream. It's not my intention. Alright, so here's the boys. Got a wash on them. They're there. They're gonna dry overnight. Come back, do some highlights. Probably not tomorrow, maybe in a few days. I don't know if I'll stream that. I might not. I make no promises. I have no idea how this week's gonna go or what mood I'm gonna be in, so we're just gonna try our best. I think there's a legitimacy and an honesty to me saying that I am just going to try my best this week. Look great. Aw, thanks. And that's what stops you, really? The cleanup? Yeah. Juicy boys. Yeah, they do have quite a bit of wash on them. There's a fair amount of juice on those boys. I want to thank you both for joining me on the Discord and commenting, and to anybody else lurking or watching. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna go watch a couple episodes of the Clone Wars before bed. I do not know if I will be streaming tomorrow. It totally depends on my mood. I think I just said that. It would be nice, though. I'd like to finish these boys out soon. So, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your night. And I will talk to... If you want to talk to me, I'll be on the Discord for a little bit. So, see you then. Good night for now.